It is 5:12, and right now a powerful and dangerous nor'easter is slamming the East Coast. A nor'easter combines warm Atlantic Ocean water with cold northern air to create a powerful storm that is known for intense northeast winds. Atlantic City and New Jersey could see the could see the highest water levels since Hurricane Sandy. And this area is more secure than it was during that infamous storm, thanks to millions of dollars of improvements.
Nowadays, it's everybody's preparing for the worst and kind of hoping for the best, which is, I guess, really the best way to prepare for it.
The nor'easter is causing numerous travel issues. FlightAware reported more than 7,000 delays Sunday. Here in Des Moines, flights to and from the East Coast are still on schedule this morning, but we will keep tabs on that and let you know if that changes. Let's get you over to Chase for a check on your forecast. Chase.
Now, in terms of this nor'easter, overall, not exactly the most visual setup. This is the season where we start to see these. This is where you get the buzzwords of bombing out, bombogenesis, all of that. This one, yes, powerful, not near as powerful as what we could potentially see in November, but that is usually just based on the fact that the time frame is a little better, just with the Gulf Stream bringing up a lot of that warmer air towards New England, and then, of course, that cold northern air kind of mixing in with it. But either way, that is a New England problem. That is not a Midwest Iowa problem. So what we have currently is just cloud cover. We're not seeing much. We do see it starting to thin out to the northwest, so that will lead to at least some sunshine later on today. Just a bit of a gloomy start, but tomorrow, rainfall. This will look like an entire day of rain, but we're not going to see rainfall rates that will amount to really a whole lot. We do have our mid to end of week warm up. This is mostly for Thursday and Friday. Called out the end of the week, but in the grand scheme over the next 7 to 10 days, it kind of falls in the middle of what all is happening. And then after Tuesday, that next front arrives Friday. The drop off from it doesn't really kick in until we get to Saturday night into Sunday. At this moment, bit of a warmer start, upper 50s to right around 60. A little further northwest, we do have the 40s, so we're not completely abandoning the cold air, or the cold air is not leaving us. It is just trying to work its way towards us. Now, this is essentially kind of a messy front situation, but really it's Tuesday morning that the next front starts to pass through and give us that good chance of rainfall. But dew points are starting to kick back up. We've got the low 60s down towards Sheridan and Centerville, Oskaloosa and Ottumwa in the upper 50s, Newton at 59, and then north and west of that on the drier side of things. So this is what this whole setup's got to compete with. A few pockets of good humid air, but a lot of dry air around it, which is not a good recipe for any kind of system. But that also comes with the fact that this boundary is still giving us a north wind for the majority of the state, while the warmer and more humid setups are sitting down in a very weak south wind of 3 to 5 miles per hour, while the rest of us are going to hold on to this much stronger wind setup. So at the bus stop, not a bad start. It's cloudy and it's mild, but this afternoon, that stronger north wind will still be around. And we might have a few clouds in the sky, but generally we're going to see a lot of sunshine. So this afternoon, seeing a lot of this just start to move off and waiting for these fronts to start moving in, because it does bring us a chance of rainfall, but it all moves out very quickly. It's just kind of dotting the radar with a few little clusters of rainfall. We're not talking storm activity by any means, but what we are talking about is a lot of cloud cover once we get into Tuesday afternoon, stretching all the way through Wednesday. So for today, upper 60s, maybe starting to see some light rainfall after sunset. At best, we would have a few spots on that far western side of central Iowa, getting a few spots. But it's still not an excuse to not walk your dog. Dog walking weather looks fantastic. Bo Peep, though, she's in Foster. Needs some love. Look at dog head tilt. That is just perfect. Bo Peep's ready to be adopted. 2-year-old Pitty. You just can't. You can't beat a good dog walk, especially in the fall. That is just, honestly, it's the best time. Either way, looking at the rest of this week, we do climb back into the low 80s for Thursday and Friday. Friday, our next good chance of rainfall. Amounts still don't look impressive, but the front passing really doesn't kick in until we get towards the end of Saturday, and then next week actually holds a seasonal setting for us. Joseph?
All right, thanks. Here's